because it just really helps me out, and I can just pitch sentry real quick if I need to. Moving on to Wisp T. Wisp T, I'm using the Mask of Salvation, so this turns your Wisp T into a fox that can revive you while that's active. This can only be done up to 3 times, but 3 times is better than no times. And then you got the zombie sitter. The whisper will distract and avoid the last zombie, but it will not end the round. It will just hold it in place. So wherever you are, it'll hold it in place until round ends. So that gives you time to run around, get the rest of the Easter egg stuff done you need done, and you'll be able to progress um, more likely better than someone trying to run a zombie around and you may need their help. So the Wisp T is your babysitter. That's why it's called Zombie Sitter. It's in the name. And then, of course, I use extension so I can increase that Wisp time. So the longer it's out and I go down, the better chance I have to get revived. Let's go with up to the other ones that we've missed now. Starting with the stamina up, I'm a free faller. Sometimes I need to get out of the area. I need to just get gone, and I'm up on a high area. I'm not going to be afraid to run and just jump off and dive and get out of there. Um, it's going to be helpful to have free fall on with no damage. I'm also using the 2 augments because I do enjoy stamina up. Stamina up is a really helpful one to have. Every time I use a tomahawk or a semtex or a grenade, and it kills the zombie. It gives me a gain of boost so I can run just a bit more quicker in case if I am stuck in a corner or zombies are surrounding me, I can get out real quick. Quick revive is a really good one also to have. I'm actually surprised that this one isn't more filled up than it should be. I do use this one quite often, as much as I possibly can. It helps really reviving myself and others. So when I'm being revived, it doesn't take them long to revive me. And plus, I also have it to where you can keep your 5 perks. So without it, you only get to keep like 3 or whatever it is. And then swift recovery. Reviving an ally increases both the speeds. So when I revive a person that's down, we both get to run fast. Kind of like it gives us a hot foot in a sense. And Vulturade. So on death, zombies have a chance to create a gas cloud. I feel like in this game, you don't want to stand around too much, especially when you're in the higher rounds, like especially when you get to like round 13. I feel like that's when the game flips over just a little harder, and you just do not want to stand around. So these are not ideal for me. It may work for you. It's really your choice. It's really up to you. There's no wrong answer here. It's just whatever works for you. Don't be afraid to experiment. I just know that these won't work for me. That's why I'm using the parting gift because it gives me more ammo to my wonder weapons, and it's just a good one to have. So, absolutely. Um, and then I'm using Picky Eater. So on death, they have a higher chance of dropping my current equipment. So let's say I'm running monkeys or I'm running Casimir's. I don't want to keep going back to the craft table and keep buying those things. So they can have a chance of dropping them even at a higher rate. And it just definitely works out. So you always have a monkey, you always have cashmere's, you always have whatever it is that you're using, decoys or whatnot. So there's that. Depth perception. This is an augment that's really good. A lot of people don't like this because they don't understand how it's used. Um, I feel like this one's a really good one to have because um, you can see the zombies coming around the corner, so you can be prepared of what's coming. If you see a squad of zombies and they're not just right there, your mind is not going to be like panic mode. You can take a breath, take it easy, reload your weapon because you see them coming, and then just kill them. My elemental weakness damage has a chance to kill an enemy that is low on health. So Let's say I'm running dead wire on my ammo mod, and it and the zombie only has like a couple shots left, and the ammo mod activates. It's gonna kill that zombie, and I want to save a bullet or two. Very helpful late in the later rounds. Also, I'm using extra change because I like to find extra essence. The more money I have, the more chances I can revive myself, the more chances I can reload or my perks that I need, whatever. Um, that's helpful. PhD flopper, now that's a good one to really have. Just falling from heights creates my explosion. You never know if there's zombies around or whatever. Let's say you see you're upstairs and you see a group of zombies around your teammate. You can run, jump off, land in the middle of them, and explode them all. They will go flying, and you can save a team. So that's why it's really helpful for me to have this. I have used Dr. Ram. It does help sometimes, especially when you're trying to get through a door. You can just knock them down. Um, but it's really a personal choice. I enjoy creating my explosions from falling, so it just helps me out. And then sliding distance and speeds are increased because I like to be quick and fast and agilic. I want to get around the zombie as fast as I can and just keep going. Deadshot. Dead first is bullets deal the double critical damage on an enemy that's at full health. So if there's new zombies that come and I've already got these other ones knocked down, I can get those other zombies either killed or um, knocked down to that same kind of level of life before they get to me. So that's why it's really good. I also recommend headshots are very recommended to killing the zombie. Body shots don't really do a lot of damage in the higher rounds, and you're just going to be wasting eating bullets. Even if you are aiming at the head, you can still eat bullets because it's just they're harder to kill. Um, so whatever works for you, it's still your choice. And then I use dead break. It increases my bullet damage to armor pieces. So if I can break their armor pieces, I can weaken them up a little faster. Then I can kill them faster. And we already went through double tap, I think. Yeah, I'm using double standard because all non-critical shots do double damage. So if I'm not actually hitting them in the head, I'm still doing double damage to them to kill them faster. And then further increase weapon fire rate, so I can double tap, meaning it's gonna fire rate my gun at a higher rate. Now keep in mind that this will also deplete your bullets faster and you're gonna have to reload. So I would recommend only doing this on a weapon that really just has a lot of ammo, or if you have a lot of ammo in your stock, that would be a good one to use your stock option, and then you'll just take it from your reserve. So just an option, just a couple options there. And then your elemental pop. Electric cherry. Let's say you're shooting, you're not taking notice of how low your bullets are, and you have to reload. You have a squad of zombies around you. With that reload, they're gonna get shocked as much as you can, so you can finish reloading without all the pressure of being smacked on. It's just very helpful for myself. And then chillberry. Chillberry is a really good one. It reduces the elemental pop cooldowns. So when you have elemental pop, um, it's just going to cool it down better, so you can keep using that perk can and keep killing. And then um, let's go to ammo mods. As you see, I use fireworks. Like that's the only one that I've been using. Um, in previous games, it was always dead wire or car freeze, but in this game, it's fireworks. I enjoy the display. Um, I'm using the Weepy Willow. I haven't got a chance to see this yet. I just changed this, but I will see that at a later day, probably today or something. And then high yield increases the area effect, and the fireworks flares deal more damage to special and elites. So when bears come or Klauses or whoever, I'll be able to kill them pretty quickly with that. Deadwire, I'm using lightning strike, so when I have elemental pop, all of these will be activated. Elemental pop activates all of these: the dead wire, napalm, cryo, Fireworks, Brain Rot, and Shadow Rift. They're all random, and sometimes they'll pop two or three of them at a time, and that's how um, that that works for elemental pop. So when it does activate my dead wire, a lightning strike will come through the sky. As far as dead wire deals more damage, so when it activates, it'll kill them a little better. So it's just nice to have that. And then with napalm, big game, always big game for napalm. You want to burn them more, and then incendiary. So each tick has a chance to burn another enemy, to light them on fire, to kill them as well. So area of effect. Cryo freeze, always big game, and liquid nitrogen activates cryo freeze more frequency. That just means I'm going to be able to slow them down more, so I have a chance to keep fighting and aiming for that head. It's very helpful. And then as you see, fireworks. I already did this one. Brain rot, plague. Charmed enemies have a chance to turn other enemies, so it gives you extra allies to kill the zombies. And I feel like those zombies are melees are super strong because they're designed to kill the zombie quickly. Um, that would actually help out. And then the brain rot charm restoration is increased, so they have more chances of charming others and killing more. Sometimes you'll see three, four, five zombies running around, and it's a beautiful thing, knowing that you can just watch them work. And then, of course, lastly of the ammo mods is Shadow Rift. Shadow Rift can activate on elite enemies. Always big game for me. I want to be able to take out the big guys just as much as I can the little ones. So big game works for me. And then Supermassive, the singularity lethal radius is increased. So if somebody is just right out of reach, that possibly will have a chance to get them as well. Without it, I probably wouldn't have. So just having a bigger area will kill more enemies. And then field upgrades. As you see, I'm not really using a bunch over here on the field upgrades, but Aether Shroud. These field upgrades do come in handy, depending on if you're a team player or solo player. Each one of these do matter of how you're using them. A really good one that people use a lot is Aether Shroud and Healing Aura. Those are the two main ones that you would actually want in this quest. Let's say you have a squad of four and you have two people running Aether Shrouds and you have two people running Healing Aura. You have 2 in a 4 chance of being revived because you have two people running that same field upgrade. Me personally, I run Aether Shroud because in my Aether Shroud I can cloak nearby enemies. So allies. Let's say that there's enemies around and they don't have any bullets, they're reloading, you can see them reloading. Um, you hit your Aether Shroud and I can cloak them so they can breathe a little easier. That's just me. I'm a team player. I want to help out my squad as much as I possibly can while surviving. Um, it's just easier that way for me. And then, of course, I increase my max charge, so I have a chance to do it more than once. I can do it twice, and I significantly increase my extension Aether Shroud, so I get two full actual Aether Shrouds instead of only having one charge. I get two full charges, so very helpful. Also, if you're in the middle of the swamplands, and because old Tessie breaks down or he gets broken, having Aether Shroud comes in handy because then you can cloak your team and you can run to safety. Or take that time and revive Otesi, and you can just get in. There is enough Shroud to revive Otesi just in time and to get in, so shouldn't have any issue there. Going up to Healing Aura. I enjoy Healing Aura, especially when other people have it, because I can keep things on my perks and I don't have to lose everything. I'm probably going to be researching this one even more because after seeing this Necromancer, so many times we die out, we lose all of our stuff, and we never get to come back till next round. With Necromancer, you can just pop that Healing Ore after being dead, and you can get back in the game and I'm not sure what if you get to keep your stuff because you died or how that works, but um, I'll make another video on that as I unlock. But for right now, I'm using persistence. Revived players keep all their perks on the bleed out circle. Basically, you get to keep your 5 perks. It's really helpful. And then inner strength, affected players' damage is increased. So let's say you're getting low on health, and it seems like you're having a hard time. I hit the healing aura, and everybody in game will be affected with a damage boost. It's very helpful. And toxic growth. This is really good if you're running through doorways and stuff. And you got a squad of zombies. Hit that toxic. Block the doorway. It's good for smaller areas. Let's say you have 2 charges. You block a doorway and the steps going up to that doorway, so they're slowed twice. By the time they get to that second growth, they're probably gonna die uh, because the first one slows them down so good, and you're most likely shooting them or you're just using it as a trap for them. Either way, they're not gonna be chasing you once they're in that trap. And then I'm using ankle shredder, so enemies moving through the trap are even slower. So the longer they're in the trap, the more they're being damaged, the higher chance they have to die. Dark Flare. I'm running Dark Pack, so the beam heals and revives others. So in case of, I have a power cake and I can't quite get to them, um, and I have this active, I can just pop that power cake, pop this, and aim the beam at them, and they'll be able to get revived. And of course, my beam is increased, so it's not a little tiny beam. I'll be able to actually do some damage. Frenzy Guard, trigger an explosion on activation while frenzy normal enemies that melee you are damaged and knocked out. So that means with during Frenzy Guard, I'm protected. So any zombie that tries to hit me is gonna get damaged. So it's like a mirror move. They hit you, and they get hurt and not you. And then for each kill, you also are regaining your armor. So with that, let's say that your team doesn't have armor, they have no plates, they can't find any. That happens sometimes. You just go next to them, you hit your field upgrade with Frenzy Guard, boom, armor. Full squad refill. That's what I run because I'm a team player type of guy. I want to run the team really well. I also am a solo player, so I'm a solo team player, which means when I'm solo, I'm always trying to look out for ways for me to stay alive and what works for me. When I'm with a squad, I can do the same effect for them. So if they're close to me, it's going to do the same thing. They're going to get revived, they're going to heal, they're going to have more boost of their damage. Things are going to happen. It's going to just be a good day for everybody. And energy mine. I'm using turret because for every time I pop energy mine out, it's going to be like a little mini type of electro turret. It's going to shoot zombies one at a time, killing them. If you run the extra charge augment, which I am not, you'll be able to do 2 of them, and then you'll be able to fire 2 at a time instead of 1. I just increased the detonation. Um, and I haven't unlocked the second one. Otherwise, it will probably be an extra charge. Or siren, just so, in case you're being bombarded, you could pop that thing out and then they'll be distracted. Um, I'll figure that out when that time comes. But that is my video on the augments and what they do. If you have any other questions or if I didn't explain something or what you need to know, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will try to answer you in a professionally manner. And thank you for watching the video. And I hope to create more content like this so it'll help you out. If there's anything specific you want me to go over, also feel free to leave that comment and I will do what I can to be sure that I do a good job making that video to the most understanding possible way. Uh, without further ado, this will wrap up my video, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy.